What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing my first thoughts and impressions on the 20 hours or so that I have into Tales of Berseria. I'm super excited to talk about this as always, but if you're new to the channel, be sure go down there, hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it, and I appreciate all my subscribers, everybody that leaves comments down below. You guys are amazing. And if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it. I appreciate it. Just enjoy the video. Here we go. Tales of Berseria. Now remember guys, as always, this is just going to be my first impressions and whatnot on the 20 hours or so that I have in the game. This is not my official review. Down the road, when I do beat the game, I will do my official review and all that, so don't worry, that will come eventually. But right now, I'm so excited to play this game and to talk to you guys about it. It is so amazing, and remember, there's no spoils as always. I try to keep all my reviews and everything as spoiler-free as possible because you guys know me, I love a good epic story. The first Tales game I got to play was back in the day on the 360. It was Tales of Berseria. It was so amazing, and it got me into this epic freaky franchise. Now, when I first wanted to get back to this series, I didn't realize how many games had come out since Berseria. And you guys gotta remember, that came out back on the 360, so since then, there's probably been at least 6 or 7 games, and I wanted to make sure and do my research and try to find, which ones were kind of the best out of all the ones up till now. And some kind of stuck out to me, and it was like Tales of Berseria, and there was some other Tales games that everybody recommended for sure. And so far, Tales of Berseria is so amazing, and the story is so dark. Now, that's one of the things I want to start with. Usually I tend to go for the lighthearted stories, but this one was so dark, and I knew that from the reviews and whatnot I watched, but I wanted to give it a chance because so many people were saying so many good things about this game. The story starts off so dark, and it starts with you get to know your brother and Artorias and the whole town and everything, and then things get dark so freaking fast. I mean, it's at the beginning of the game, so it's not really a spoiler because it's in the first hour or so. But Artorias ends up sacrificing your little brother. And the sad thing is they spend, the first hour or so, getting used to these two characters and getting used to all the town's members and everything. And, they all grow on you. Of course, that's how they freaking turn it on you. And Artorias, who seems really cool, freaking sacrifices your brother, and of course he says it's for the better of the world and all that, but at the same time, this is Velvet's little brother, and I was like, what the freaking heck? It got so freaking dark, and Artorias throws her brother's body into this dark pit, and it's supposed to go to like the underworld or something, but she jumps in after him. So the next part of the story, she's in this prison for 3 long years, and she has this demon hand now, and she can absorb monsters and all kinds of stuff. So while she's down there for 3 years, she's freaking killing all these monsters and just, eating them and devouring them and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually she does escape, and it's part of the story and all that, and that's as far as I'm gonna go there. But she goes basically on a revenge path for her little brother because she doesn't believe that his sacrifice, was for the better of the world or whatever. And even if it was still a little brother. And, Artorias didn't even freaking ask her. He was just like, he didn't even ask him. He just told him, come to the shrine. I have a job for you. And of course, the little kid, did what the guy said. Oh man, and that's just the start of it. This story is so dark, and there's so many epic things that are happening, and I'm so glad I get to experience it because it came out, I think, a couple years ago, and it's so awesome, and I've wanted to play another Tales game for so long, and I'm so happy that I chose this one, even though it's a little bit darker. I typically stick to the lighter side of stories and whatnot, but I'm definitely enjoying it so far, and it's definitely one of the best games I've played, RPG-wise, and I'm definitely loving every second I put into it so far. If you guys got to play this game, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys thought of it, and if you haven't, maybe you guys should try it. Now, any good RPG cast of characters has to have good voice acting, and they always gotta have, the tough guys, the females. They usually gotta have, the magic rolls, and usually like a kid and some kind of animal or something. It just depends. There's all different kinds, but there's kind of just like a form that they kind of have to all go to kind of be good. You know what I mean? You just kind of expect this is gonna be this way and that way. You just kind of expect it, especially with JRPGs. You know what I mean? They just kind of have like a set cast that you expect, and the cast of characters in this game, I'll be honest, 100%. I was not annoyed with any of them. Of course, you have your tough characters, and one of them is like a samurai guy, and I freaking love him. His name is Rokaru. He's freaking so awesome. He's got a big sword or whatnot, and he's got this big, huge backstory, you know what I mean? You can't use that sword yet, and you'll find out why eventually, but it's so deep. Each one of these characters in this cast has their own past and stuff, and all of these things in the story that they overcome as you explore around, and it's so awesome, and I can't wait to experience even more. I'm so hyped, and probably one of my favorite characters is Rokaru. Now, the lead role is a female, and sometimes it just depends on the voice actor, but sometimes females can get quite annoying. You know what I mean? The voice actor who does Velvet is doing such a good job, as well as all the other characters. The voice acting in this game is superb. So one of the nice things is you can switch your formation on the fly, whether that's who you start off with in battle or who you walk around on the world map as. So you could set Velvet, to walk around on the world map, and then you could start the battles with Rokaru, you know what I mean, combat-wise. It's pretty cool. And of course, you can play as any character you want. It's so awesome, and there's so much that I went into this game expecting to see, but yet there's so much that I did not expect. Like the fact that you get a ship that you get to send around, to all these different islands and stuff, and it gets, all kinds of treasure. You can even find costumes, all kinds of stuff, and it's so awesome, and it only takes a few seconds, but I did not expect, to find any joy in sending out this ship to search all these islands for treasure and stuff. That's pretty cool though. And of course, it could be an RPG with all kinds of weapons, clothing, fashion stuff, all kinds of different customizable armor, and the combat system is so in-depth. It took me so long to learn it, and I'm still just now getting it because each character has their own individual abilities and stuff, different kinds of counters, different ways to get their specials and their big arts and stuff. It's so in-depth, and it's one of my favorite parts of the Tales games. Now, the graphics, of course, they're not the best. Yeah, I'm playing in 4K on my PC and upscaling and all that, and it looks really good. The Tales games have never been very good graphically. You know what I mean? They've just always been good RPGs and well-rounded and so much joy to play. The only thing I think they can improve on is their overhead world map. It's just one of those ones where you just move from dot to dot to dot. I mean, this is 2021. I think it's about time for those to be in the past. But the game is so amazing so far, and I'm so glad to be back playing the Tales series. But what do you guys think so far? Be sure to let me know what you think of it down in the comments. And if there's any other videos or anything you want me to cover, be sure leave a comment down below. Or if there's anything you guys want to talk to me about, the family gets bigger and bigger every day, and one of my favorite parts is getting to know you guys down in the comments. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm still kind of sick, losing my voice and whatnot. But I'm going to try my best this week to get daily content out for you guys. I promise you, if I can get a video uploaded, I'm going to try my best. I'm kind of stuck inside, I know, because of all the snow and ice. It's like freaking -15 now. It sucks so bad. And let me know down in the comments if you guys are having any freaking snow and ice weather right now. I am so over this, man. I'm just ready for the sunny days in summer. You know what I mean? I have tons of other stuff in my backlog though that I made my heart and soul just for you guys. So go check it out. I'm sure there's something you'll enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video though. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember, stay positive. Oh yeah. Turtles.
Trova